What's up, guys? We're back. We're another one. His face was great. We're back for another one, another 5-star podcast. You guys have been liking this a lot, so we're coming out with more and more and more. You guys, stop it with the faces, bro. We're gonna keep coming out with more and more and more until you guys tell us you don't want any more. But so far, I checked our Twitter hashtag 5-star society. You can hit us up with that. And I went down, I scrolled down, and a lot of people are actually giving us a lot of feedback, and they really like it. So I want to say thank you to you guys who have been giving us shout outs and saying good jobs to us, because you guys are the reason that we do this. We're having a lot of fun with it. We're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. Today we actually have kind of a schedule for what we're going to talk about, so we don't just ramble on for an hour and a half like we did on the first episode.
Word.
Battleground. It's coming up this Sunday. How excited are you?
Hype.
Good. Let's introduce our.
Oh, you guys are
Let
lagging out
everyone-
of nowhere.
Alabama. All known as the deal maker.
You know me. John Henny shots clearly blocked like New York City cops.
Word.
His reaction.
We got face. We got face Ryan.
You
Say
guys,
something.
you guys know me. It's my channel, so I'm not gonna introduce myself.
Ooh, the Scott Hall.
What about the thousands listening and millions around, bro?
Soon.
I know you want to be like The Rock, but that's a little bit too soon to be talking about thousands and millions.
All right, well then the dozens.
Yeah, there you go. That's safe. That's safe to say.
Of the podcast fans.
Before we get started, I just wanted to let everybody know Ryan can't grow a beard, but I'm gonna show Jay Henny up in the next month or so.
Oh, sir. I hope so. Word up.
It's gonna be gray though. Go ahead and tell it.
You can't see it, but I got a couple of grays down here hiding in there. To try to keep them tucked in though.
Yeah, you gotta learn how to deal with those grays.
That's just experience talking. That's experience talking.
It's the two old men and the kid, baby.
Hey, I got a little peach fuzz over here, okay?
All you need, sir.
Enjoy it while you can, because shaving's a bitch.
Oh hell. I stopped.
Why don't you get us started though?
Alright, so Battlegrounds this Sunday, and I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most excited I've been for a pay-per-view in forever.
I can agree with you to some extent on that one. But what match is on the pre-show?
Aiden English and Ty Dillinger.
Is anyone looking forward to that?
No.
I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view. Y'all are crazy.
We've seen Aiden English and Ty Dillinger on the pre-show before.
I think the pay-per-view is gonna be good.
I think that there's going to be a couple of matches that's on there, but I don't think they did a great job of selling this pay-per-view.
Oh hell no.
Well, that's because it's Battleground. It's just setting up. We're just slowly setting up for the Slam, baby.
Yeah, but did you see last year's Battleground? Last year's Battleground's build-up was crazy good.
Yeah, I can't off the top of my head remember who was on the card, but I do remember last year's Battleground being a memorable one. I think, did Roman fight AJ at last year's Battleground?
No, it was the Shield 3-way last year.
Okay. That's still cool. But I'll tell you like this. This is the first thing I want to ask you guys. Which match on the card are you looking forward to seeing the most?
AJ versus Kevin.
So sweet me on that one.
Give him a woo.
Woo! What about you?
I mean, I want to see that one. I don't want to agree three ways though. So I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna go totally out of the box and go with the women's match to see who the number one contender is.
Nice. I'm rolling with that. Well, as far as the pre-show match, my prediction is going to be Ty Dillinger because I know he's a jobber, but I think as far as jobbers go, I think his jobber rank is just a little bit higher than Aiden English's jobber rank. So I'm going with Ty Dillinger. What about you guys?
Same.
Dillinger's gonna win. It'll be similar to the matches we've seen, and hopefully that'll end that crap. Dillinger gets.
Breezango versus To Be Determined. Here's what we're gonna do with this one. We're gonna take two guesses. First, we're gonna say who we want it to be. Then we're gonna say who we realistically think it's going to be, and then we're gonna predict based on who we think it's going to be, not who we want.
Got you. But I'm not going first. I defer.
All right, I'll go first.
I don't know.
I desperately want it to be the Club going to SmackDown. It's not going to be, because they are probably going into like a fatal four-way kind of tag team match with the Hardys, the Revival, and Sheamus and Cesaro. But I desperately want it to be that. I think, honestly, knowing how SmackDown has been, it's probably going to be the Ascension again. And if it is...
No.
And if it is, I'm going to be mad. But Breezango needs a win, so Breezango.
Good.
Oh, you deferred, Jay Henney. I have no clue who it's going to be. I really don't care unless it's somebody from NXT debuting. Could be the Club, but won't be. I don't have a clue who it'll be, but I hope it's somebody from NXT and they beat the dog. Doing their little weird skits.
You guys know I'm a huge fan of Breezango. Only on Tuesdays, though, and unfortunately, this pay-per-view is not on a Tuesday, so here's what I'm going to say. The rumors have been calling for Sanity to come up from NXT. I also read another rumor saying that they were going to try to put Harper and Rowan back together, but I'm not going with either one of those. My guess, and what I think they're going to do, is that in order to push Chad Gable, he's going to be revealed as the guy who's been sabotaging Breezango, and he's going to completely turn heel and go Suplex City on both of those two dudes. Now, can I get an amen?
You just went deep, my man.
You want to know what I just thought of that'd be amazing?
What's that?
Shelton Benjamin's already confirmed to come back. What if it was Shelton Benjamin and Charlie Haas?
I promise you, before we did the podcast, I was like on Twitter hoping beyond hope, but it wouldn't make sense to me if it's just Shelton Benjamin. You did say both of them. If it's just Shelton, it wouldn't make sense to me. What do you think?
What do you mean?
I'm waiting for his reaction.
Yeah, me too.
This whole match, this interests me, so I was half-assed paying attention, but Shelton, I think, is going to come back by himself. No, I mean, they're not going to bring him back to be with freaking whatever his name is. Charlie Haas. That ain't happening.
Well, I don't think nobody has pegged Breezango for a win on this pay-per-view. So what's next?
What's next is, if it's Shelton Benjamin and Charlie, I will shave my head next week.
You hear that, Shane McMahon? You hear that, Shane O'Mac? There you go. We're going to have a baldy and a beard next week. All right.
Hey, we got to talk about Shane O'Mac's helicopter crash, too, before we end it or something.
All right.
I think it was a media BS, didn't even really happen thing. Or it was staged somehow.
I honestly don't really care. He's fine. That's all I really care about.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I seen him fall off of a scaffolding, I believe. This was like 97 or something. I don't think that anything outside of an F5 will kill Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
That was great.
He better not move to Alabama because those F5s are here.
All right.
This house has been fucked up before by a tornado.
God damn.
But let's move on. That match got way too much time. Sorry, not trying to be a dick, but.
All right, Zayn versus Kanellis.
I like this one.
I think
steal the show.
You think it's gonna steal the show?
Yes.
I think it's a possible show stealer. I'm not saying it's definitely going to, but I think it's a possibility.
But we got any winners, any losers?
I don't know.
All right, somebody go. I'm not going first.
Okay, so this is how I looked at it. Remember when Bobby Fish came back and he faced Aleister Black, and everybody got pissed off because they thought, oh, they're gonna bury Bobby Fish because he lost to Aleister Black, which I completely disagree with. I think what they're gonna do is similar to what they did with Aleister Black and Bobby Fish. What they did with Aleister Black is they brought someone, they debuted someone, and they made him lose in order to enhance someone else up. Because if somebody new is coming in, they clearly have some kind of prestige to them that WWE wants to bring them in. So if they're coming in with a lot of excitement and then somebody beats them, that clearly means the person who they're trying to build is they have a big plans for them. So I feel like they're going to do something similar. Sammy kind of needs a pay-per-view win, but Mike Kanellis needs it a lot more because this is his first pay-per-view with the WWE. So I feel like they're going to do something similar with Aleister Black that they did with Bobby Fish, that they're going to use Sammy to enhance Mike Kanellis, especially since Sammy really knows how to sell and how to tell a really good story in the ring. So really, I feel like Mike Kanellis can use it more, but I don't know what they're going to do. I don't have a prediction. I'm kind of just in the middle.
Oh, man. I think that they're going to use Sammy in this match the same way NXT used Sammy against a debuting Nakamura. I think they're going to wrestle a 50-50 match, but I think that the new guy is going to actually wind up winning. And in this case, it's Mike the Miracle, who's currently being called Mike Kanellis. And it's kind of funny, like tongue-in-cheek, especially since he's in the WWE, and the knock on him would be that we don't know him. We know his wife, though, but I won't even get into that part. I think Mike Kanellis is picking up the win here. I think it's going to be a hell of a match because I know both guys can go. But we're about to ask our Alabama representative, what do you think, bro?
Kanellis all the way. Sami Zayn is like the young version of the Big Show right now. Just put people over. Maria's going to interfere, no doubt about it. She's going to go up. It might get a little attitude era. She might shake her butt or something, do something like that to interfere.
I hope so.
He says, I hope so.
So does Carl Anderson, by the way.
Hey, that way both of them can still go have momentum after the match. There's no big loser because Maria shook her butt.
Look at that.
She's going to back that ass up, get the win for her man, and then both can move on successfully.
I'm sorry, but the way that you're wording everything is just great.
It is. I'm loving it. I'm sure our listeners are as well.
Try not to cuss, I promise.
You're trying not to
Sorry.
what?
Cuss.
Dude,
Damn.
you don't need to worry about that.
Well, maybe if we get more than 20 views, I'll turn down the volume.
Dude,
right now,
if you watched any of my videos,
myself.
if you watched any of my videos before I started this podcast, I curse literally every 5 seconds. You don't need to worry about profanity.
I just want reflect that although we're talking about a WWE pay-per-view, I am currently watching Kenny Omega take on the leader of Suzuki Gun Suzuki on day 2
Dude,
of
Suzuki botched in that match so many times it's not even funny. Like, it started to piss me off.
I would want to see it because I would have to figure out if Suzuki botched or if he shoot punched this guy. You know what I'm saying when you're talking about these botches.
No. He was doing a full Nelson, like, backwards bridge slam kind of thing, and Suzuki fucked it all up. It didn't even... What are you doing, dude? Why are you showing us your legs?
I hear that, but to get back, say
I
it.
don't like smoking. Sorry. I hate being on the camera smoking. Sorry.
All right.
Nah, you good. But to get back on topic, what is the next match on this here Battleground pay-per-view card?
Nakamura and Baron Corbin.
Now that's one hell of a match, man. I think this match is going to be very physical. I don't think this match is necessary at all because the briefcase isn't on the line, or anything really is on the line. But I am somewhat interested in it, only because these two dudes didn't get a chance to fight each other in NXT. But I'm going Nakamura because with Corbin, he has the briefcase. He can literally job until he faces the champion, and he's still going to be a legit champion.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Jay Henney, because everybody that gets the briefcase pretty much jobs until it's their time to cash it in. And until Cena, he's not going to cash it in, so he's going to keep losing matches. Plus, Nakamura comes in, undefeated singles record in WWE. So,
Nakamura doesn't have an undefeated singles record.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. He lost to Bobby Roode for the championship.
That's not in WWE.
NXT is WWE. When you sign a contract with to the WWE, you're signing on the contract that does not say NXT. It says WWE.
Vince McMahon and Triple H, okay? You tell that to Vince and Triple H, okay?
On the main roster.
Okay.
Sorry, John. I meant main roster. But whatever. Next. Or your opinion on that. Sorry.
Baron Corbin. Only reason why is because you're right that they do make Money in the Bank winners job a lot, but I feel like they should definitely not do that anymore because a lot of times when they do that, the champion seems very, very, like, not legitimate. Like when The Miz won the championship from his Money in the Bank cash in, I've always loved The Miz, so I liked it no matter what. But when The Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and won the WWE Championship, everybody was like, but he loses so much that he's not a real champion. Of course, he ended up kind of swinging some people on the other way because his booking was kind of weird when he was the champion. But yeah, Shinsuke doesn't need the win. Baron does.
So you're going Corbin.
Yep.
I'm taking Nakamura. I believe the tiebreaker is 2 Nakamura to 1 Corbin. Am I correct?
I think so.
Naka all the way. He's undefeated.
Next.
Main roster.
Women's #1 contendership match.
Yes.
Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Lana versus Tamina, and I refuse to use the last name Snuka on her name because she sucks in the ring.
And Jimmy Snuka. Murderer.
Bro, hold on, man. We about to rewind, bro. You ain't about to be disrespecting Tamina Snuka fine ass up on this podcast, dog. Now, we're going to call Snuka, and we're going to put some respect on her name, or I'm not showing up for work next week. Now, her name is Tamina Snuka. Her daddy named her Snuka. I'm going to call her Snuka.
Snuka.
Alright, I'll go first. It's a toss-up between Becky and Charlotte, and I think it's gonna be Becky. because she hasn't had. Actually, no. Now that I think about it, it's not gonna be either of them. It's either gonna be Natalya or Lana, because Charlotte and Becky have they've kind of been bumping heads lately, so I think they're gonna go into a feud soon. So, yeah, Natalya or Lana, either or, doesn't really matter. They're both gonna lose against Naomi at SummerSlam anyways.
All right, I'll go next because I said I was looking forward to this match, and I am. I don't know why, but I am. My thought is you got to think about who the winner is going to go against. She's a very athletic, improving wrestler, and Naomi, and she's a pretty good face right now. She's got the entrance, all that jazz, which I love. But they got to have an experienced heel going forward against her. I think Talia or
I'm getting called out. I'm getting called out by my dad real quick. I'll be right back. You guys just keep talking.
Yeah. I think because the face Naomi, you gotta think. Gotta be a good heel.
Yeah. I know Tamina's wrestling heel.
I'm telling you.
I think Tamina's winning this match. That's the main reason I said put some respect on her name.
Yeah, and it's funny you said that because I already had Natalya and Tamina Snuka, by the way, picked out. Great heels. It'll be perfect.
Yeah, man, I definitely think I think Tamina's going to take it. I know Naomi has to take on a heel, and the biggest reason, if it's not going to be Tamina, it's going to be Lana, and Tamina's going to help her win, because between Naomi and I'm trying to understand why Tamina came out a few weeks ago acting like she was Lana's pimp, and then she said something the other night on SmackDown as though she's speaking for Lana. And I thought that was very interesting. But I also know that Naomi has one belt and Carmella has a briefcase. So I'm pretty sure that between Naomi and Carmella, the two of them are probably going to be feuding with Lana and Tamina, respectively.
Yeah, he's not yet, so I'm going to tie him back in. I have a feeling Tamina's going to get a push.
Hope so.
Kind of been towards it.
She deserves it, man.
Yeah, she really does. She's been doing basically what they've asked of her. You know, it's kind of like Naomi before she won the title. She never got a big push, but she did what they asked. Boom. I think in the wrestling business they respect that a lot.
I think so too.
I don't think Tamina
involves it
to anybody about her situation in WWE. You know, she's just been doing her job and not complaining from what I've heard, and she deserves a push bad.
But can you answer me a question, man? What the hell is up with T Generation X and Becky Lynch and Charlotte and their motions that they do in the ring during segments? What's that about, man?
I don't know. I mean, hey, listen. I mean, I'm not afraid to admit I'm a smoker. I think marijuana should be legal everywhere. Why am I going there with that? I just thought I'd make my voice heard by 5 other people.
I'm not sure.
I've noticed that, and it's made me wonder. Something like that. But
yeah,
that's feud. Those two aren't going to win because they're going to feud.
I would like to see them enter a feud. No, excuse me. I'd like to see them enter a best of 7 series of matches. Just because I think that both of those women are incredible competitors. But outside of that, man, I don't want to see Becky Lynch and Charlotte doing much together because I know they're the four horsewomen. Like I would rather see Becky turn heel and do something new. I'm pretty sure Becky would too.
Yeah, they're obviously tight together.
Word.
It's pretty obvious. It's not as obvious as the Click, but good grief.
No, you're right. You're right, because the Click, I seem to remember it's like all of my favorite matches from the Click, they all wrestled each other. And all of Triple H's best rivalries is against somebody he used to be in a group with. All of them.
Agreed. Yeah, it's funny that about the Woo. Yeah, they're definitely in a Click.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to figure it out. But what else is on the card since we don't got our host up here right now? I think it's AJ.
We gotta save the Punjabi prison match for the last one. Then you got the flag match.
I'm cool talking about that because I know he wants to be here for the AJ KO discussion. But that flag match, are you excited to have John Cena back, man?
Yeah, just because I respect the crap out of him as a human being and wrestler. And everybody hates him. I don't give a shit. He works hard.
No,
he ain't on steroids. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, I'm never gonna throw no shade on Cena as far as his work ethic or whatever. But I will call him a lazy part-timer just because it's funny, and I don't make no qualms about that. So I'll say this. I just recently seen something where Cena said he's 40 and his wrestling days are numbered. And I'm glad that I saw that, man. I'm glad that I saw that. Not because I need Cena out of the way, but because I've seen enough Cena beating guys last me a lifetime. And if Cena took another year of losses, putting guys over, I would not complain. Unfortunately, though, this is Randy Orton's year to do that, and I'm so happy about that. But to get back on John Cena, man, the truth is, I'm glad he's back. Use this as a way to segue Rusev back because I think Rusev deserves more than that. I think Rusev deserves a big win at a big pay-per-view. I do not think that he's going to get one at this pay-per-view, though. What about
John Cena in WWE? Reigns is number one with Vince. Cena's number two with Vince.
Yep.
Cena should be number one because of all the money and charity work he does.
Yeah, but they don't know if Cena's going to be able to carry that for another 10 years. And Roman Reigns has the shoulder whip to do it.
He's obviously not able to do that role. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him with. Do you know who Jarius is? The little kid that had cancer.
Yeah. I just tweeted that he's a legend. I tweeted that earlier.
He's a big Saints fan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen Reigns with him, and he couldn't even get a connection with that kid, and that kid could be friends with
everybody. Yeah. I seen that segment that you're talking about because I think like a few moments later, Charlotte was over there messing with him too, and I know Miz was messing with him like right then and there or something. He was like totally eating up the Miz's stuff. And Reigns was there like, but I'm Reigns. I'd like to see Reigns versus Miz. You know, and since our host isn't here, I don't mind talking about Raw for a second, man. Yeah. Now, you just mentioned that they shouldn't have the battery in Roman Reigns' back. He's not the guy. Well, we can't put Cena on Raw. I mean, we could hypothetically, but given what's on Raw right now, okay?
Who's the guy?
Roman Reigns, who would you put the battery and the full support behind on Raw as the next star for 10 years?
The next star for 10 years. That's kind of tough.
No, I think there's two guys on their roster that can do it, though.
I mean, to me, Rollins is obviously one.
It's a good one.
To me, to me, AJ Styles and Seth Rollins. I know this is going off subject a little bit, but they're both the best wrestlers. They're both the best performers, and that's what I go with. And I can see Seth Rollins and AJ interacting with media and kids a lot better than Roman. Other one other than Rollins on Raw. So share your thought.
Well, mine's a little out of the box because one of these two guys has not been wrestling long at all, and
Should I
a lot.
hey, let me interrupt for just a second. Should I cue Kurt Angle's music?
No, 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 don't cue up Kurt Angle's music.
But we're
Because
talking important.
although I love Kurt Angle and I totally think Kurt Angle should be a wrestling performer on Raw or able to go between both shows, and in my opinion, he's earned that. Especially since I saw him wrestle a cage match in a basketball gym against Cody Rhodes in Pennsylvania days before he went to the Hall of Fame. Man, he still got it. But I understand the WWE hasn't even given him a physical yet, and based on the fact that Jason Jordan has been revealed as his illegitimate son,
Well, that's
I
what I'm talking
are
about.
plans
Not Angle.
to have him wrestle. But since we spoke about it, Jason Jordan is one guy I see a lot of potential in. I do think he's better than Roman Reigns right now. Okay. Even without the fact that they haven't given him an opportunity to suck on the mic. But we already know Roman Reigns sucks on the mic. You feel what I'm saying? So when you throw Roman Reigns on the mic over and over and over again, you would have hoped that by now it would have gotten better, but it really hasn't. And the truth, not that this guy I'm about to mention is my other pick, but the truth is, in in a half of the time or a fraction of the time that it took Roman Reigns to get comfortable enough to say, "This is my yard now," Big Cass has improved on the mic from going from NXT to where he was at on Monday Night Raw, and I'm willing to say Big Cass is better on the microphone and a better candidate to be in Roman Reigns' position than Roman Reigns. But that's not my guy. My second pick, beyond Jason Jordan, is the guy who should have taken Roman Reigns out at 3, 4, 5 straight pay-per-views. The first time he took him out was the damn Royal Rumble. He beat him up for Kevin Owens. Braun Strowman is a star. He's the guy. Yes. And in a lot of this, he hasn't shown much. What you think?
He can't go on Corning and farm people.
Wait, say that again. It was cutting out.
He can't bring American people. No.
Well,
I'm just saying, there's no way Braun Strowman can. It's because I went outside, I'm sure, but there's no way Strowman can go on Good Morning America and win people over.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. Ever since Braun Strowman signed to the WWE, I've been following Strowman on social media. This was before he got to the actual Wyatts, when he was just doing dark matches in NXT and nobody knew they was going to put him on the main roster. And ever since then, all the things that I've seen on the internet about Braun Strowman, he's not in character. He's not Braun Strowman. He's whoever he really is, and he takes goofy-ass pictures. Now, the only big-ass guys I know that take goofy pictures is Shaq, okay? Now,
Shaq.
I know that
Shaq?
Yeah, I'm comparing Braun Strowman to Shaq Diesel, bro. I think Strowman had that big guy, that big goofy guy personality underneath it all, and I think that that's going to be enough to win over the people, the good folks at Good Morning America.
Yeah, because I've seen interviews with him when he was in his powerlifting days, and his interviews were great. and that's before he was even a celebrity. Just him being himself,
Yeah,
like
and
we are here, like we are.
you know, right? No, I was just saying that's what I'm basing that statement on right now. Is those I've seen those same interviews that you're talking about. That's what I'm basing it on.
Yeah, he's good.
But
He's got the momentum.
but you're not saying Good Morning America good.
I'd have to see it to believe it.
I hear that. That's fair.
He's got a. I mean, he is kind of turning the face, really, because he's against Reigns, who's the most hated. He's not. Reigns is not too sweet.
No.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm totally with that, man. You know whose name I'm surprised didn't come up though is Finn Balor.
Oh, I hate to be racist, but his English is not good enough. I know it's hip to be from Europe right now, but he can't speak that well.
Well, this is the other thing, man. One of my boys said that Finn Balor is not a wrestler; he's an underwear model. And I mean, every time I see him, I can't unhear that.
Yeah. I'm about to show you how. Like, Finn Balor is that short little shit. Like, that's where I'm at with the door. I'm almost dodging the door.
And I'm pretty high up on it too. Don't get me wrong, high up on it. Finn Balor's about right here.
Yeah.
He's where that heart is.
Yeah. And there's been Daniel Bryan was shorter than him, but he got lucky with the yes movement, I think.
I think so too.
Just something that caught on, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I think if you don't put, I know Finn Balor has a lot of fans all around the world, but my boy Nacho said no one knows who he is. I don't. Finn Balor is gonna be a credible champion unless he's flanked by two good brothers and a backup security guard.
The club.
Because he's a little guy, Vince. They won't understand how he beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. Dude, Balor is either going to thrive with the club behind him, or he's going to thrive with Paul Heyman behind him. And I said that last time we talked, but
I'm cool with that.
He's the next Heyman guy. He can't talk. Whoa!
It's Ron.
Serious? What'd he grab?
I don't know.
Looks like he grabbed a freaking squirt gun or something. Like,
Water gun fight, man. You never know.
Dad, I swear, it's a squirt
We're
gun.
trying out those out here. It's just raining now.
God, we'd do anything for rain here, man. Shit. Hot as balls in Alabama.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go talk to my parents about my bills.
Station. But we segued the conversation to Raw to give you some time before the real main event, AJ and KO, and then the act.
We've got more than 2 matches to go.
Yeah, we have the Tag Team Championship match, the Usos versus the New Day.
I say we start that one. Mr. Disappearing Man. I think it's your turn.
New Day. I don't have a reason, just New Day.
Oh,
I'm
good.
beyond all hopes that if a New Day comes, it ain't coming on Sunday. I'm going with the Usos. I think they won the rap battle. I think they've been the most consistent and best tag team for the last decade in the WWE. And I hope I hope beyond hopes that they're able to carry this championship all the way into WrestleMania, dog.
The chip. They're keeping the chip. New Day's going to lose. They're going to do something similar to what they did at WrestleMania, at SummerSlam, and kind of host. I mean, until they break up and go solo, I think they're just going to keep using them for the little bit of fame they got.
And then Rusev versus John Cena in a flag on a pole match. John Cena.
All right, I'm going last because I got to take a piss. And I ain't taking it all with me.
We about to be real quick because I'm going Rusev.
Rusev, Cena? Damn. Rusev needs it more. I'll go with Rusev, but
it's John
I wouldn't
Cena.
be surprised if Cena won. I'll be right back.
All right. KO versus AJ Styles.
Man, the real main event. Thank you for asking, man. Thank you so much for asking. I personally feel like AJ Styles is not only the face that runs the place, but he's the face that runs the states. And Kevin Owens is not the face of America. All right. I'm going with AJ Styles. I think this is going to be an incredible match. I think it's going to be a 50-50 match. And Mike Kanellis doesn't steal the show, this definitely will.
Hell yeah. There's the toilet.
Who are you? AJ and KO?
Yeah.
AJ all the way. Because Cena's going to win from AJ, and Corbin's going to cash in on Cena.
No, he's not cashing in at Battleground. He's cashing in at SummerSlam.
Yes. I mean, at this pay-per-view. But yeah, SummerSlam. When Cena beats AJ and breaks the record and all that crap.
I think what's gonna happen is before John Cena breaks the record and wins, Baron Corbin's gonna cash in to make it a triple threat match.
Well, then let me ask y'all this about Cena and Rusev. Y'all think that the winner of this match is going to wind up being number one contender for the U.S. or the world title?
It would make no sense for it to be for the U.S. title.
World, because I'm going to stick with my crazy prediction.
So long shot predictions. We'll get. I'll ask you this after we wrap up the Punjabi prison match predictions. So, I think we're going Cena, Rusev, but you definitely said that Rusev deserves this win. Well, then what is next on the card? Because I think we talked AJ. So
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything you said either.
And I said, are we on the Punjabi prison match?
Yeah.
All right, well, we got Jinder Mahal, the 50th WWE champion Jinder Mahal, taking on
That
15 time, I believe, or 14 time. One of the two. World champion Randy Orton in a Punjabi prison match. Hopefully to keep the Singh brothers out. I don't think the Singh brothers are not going to get involved. I think they're totally involved. As far as my prediction, though, fellas, without further ado, I'm going Jinder Mahal retaining because I do think, like y'all, going to mean Cena versus Jinder at SummerSlam. And I do think John Cena is losing that too. But Punjabi prison, fellas.
I've got Jinder too, just because I think Jinder's a moneymaker for Vince in India, and he's going to let that roll till WrestleMania. I think he's going to be the champ till then. For real.
Don't hinder the gender because he's gonna be champion at SummerSlam.
I agree.
Dude, if he keeps the title until WrestleMania, I'm legit gonna kill myself.
I'm not. But see, the question then becomes, he's beating Orton, and presumably he'll beat Cena at, let's say, 2 pay-per-views. Does 2 sound fair, or you think he's gonna get 3 pay-per-views beating Cena?
For who?
Jinder.
I think he's gonna lose at the pay-per-view after SummerSlam, or if not at SummerSlam.
I can see that. But I don't really see them giving Cena his 17th championship run and making that one a quick one like they made his 16th one, making it even quicker than his 16th one, to say the least. I don't think Jinder's losing that belt at whatever the pay-per-view is after SummerSlam. I think he may lose that match.
WrestleMania. Jinder's champ for WrestleMania.
I'm not gonna go all the way to WrestleMania. I know he'll be the champion going into Royal Rumble though. I'll give you that all.
I think Jinder's champ till May, which is crazy. Money talks.
Money talks.
And then let's listen.
Awesome.
Go back and can't hear anything.
Alright, so that's enough with Battleground. We're gonna veer off a little bit from wrestling, and we're gonna talk about boxing. The biggest news in the boxing world at the moment. UFC. August 26th, the big Mayweather Mcgregor fight in the boxing ring. UFC lightweight champion versus the WBC lightweight champion. I think that's what boxing is. I don't know.
Commission.
I'm not sure. Does Mayweather even hold titles anymore?
Yeah, he has. He has he relinquished the featherweight title, or not? He didn't relinquish it, but Dana White stripped him from it because he wasn't defending it. But he still has the lightweight title, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and I don't know how accurate it is. My told me Mayweather has has belts. I don't know how accurate it is though.
So, did you guys see the press conference in London?
I seen like press conferences, bruh.
I think I saw press conferences at New York.
I saw the one.
London, where all the money got thrown on McGregor.
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
No, that was New York.
Yeah, I think I've seen one with McGregor with the "fuck you" suit. One with McGregor where he said he's wearing polar bear. One with McGregor and he's faux spanking Floyd. I think that's the last one. And then there was one more that I saw in between there. But I believe they did a Toronto, LA, I want to say Vegas and London.
Yeah.
Well, they definitely did New York.
Okay. Then it might not be LA and Vegas. It's probably
You can't skip New York, even if it's no matter what it is. New York City's
you're right.
Top 5 cities in the world.
Real right. But it's crazy to me though, because fight in the octagon, where Floyd would have to step out of his realm of comfort, all right? Then I may give the edge to McGregor. And I still said may, because it's no pun intended. Floyd Mayweather not only wins these fights, he wins these fights because no one can hit him. Like, I've literally not seen that happen except for in four circumstances. I've seen Floyd Mayweather be able to not get hit or choose when people hit him. I've seen Neo from The Matrix not get hit or choose when people hit him. I've
Beyond.
seen, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Bruce Lee do it. Okay. Okay. And Bruce Lee's like the greatest martial artist of all time and probably pound for pound, the only person I do think that has ever lived that can beat Floyd Mayweather. And I'm saying that because the man got 49 victories, man. 40 against professional fighters, 49.
Yeah.
Many.
He's got 49 great defensive bouts.
Yes, and I'm putting it on there. I'm glad you qualified it by saying that because
That's why he's gonna win. I mean, Gregor ain't gonna get him. It's gonna be embarrassing.
Call me biased because I'm Irish, and because I'm a big UFC fan, and boxing's kind of boring for me because they're all kind of pussies because they all do the same thing and run away like Floyd. But Conor McGregor is gonna destroy Floyd Mayweather's face to the point where you can't tell who he is. Like Floyd hits like a pillow compared to Conor McGregor.
I believe you. Conor
McGregor can't.
Hi, I'm Conor McGregor.
I swear to God, you gotta put this part in video. Oh my God.
He's a pussy.
Conor McGregor says what he's gonna do, and then he does it.
I wouldn't mess with him.
Floyd does nothing but run away.
I know that I've seen Floyd run away from fights, but what I'm trying to say is that there's an art to what Floyd Mayweather does in the ring because literally he will duck your punch and look at you the whole time. The whole time he's looking at you. I've never seen nothing like that, bro. Conor McGregor, I'm going to tell you like this because people said the same thing for Pacquiao. If he hits Floyd, it's over. All right, great. That's fair. I told the people the same thing before that fight. He ain't going to get a chance to hit Floyd. I'm going to tell you, don't be disappointed because if the fight goes 12 rounds, because McGregor's only hope, he's not going to win off the points, all right? That's Floyd's game. His only hope is to knock Floyd out because if the fight goes 12 rounds, I don't care how many punches Conor McGregor lands. If it goes 12 rounds, Conor McGregor loses his fight, period.
Oh, yeah. 12 rounds ain't going to happen.
Floyd, because the way I see it is they're both defensive kind of fighters because the way that Conor McGregor fights is with his hands down, so when somebody comes in for a punch, he can easily go back, put all of his weight into his back foot, and then lunge forward with all the force that he has into his foot, into his arms and his body, forward into their face. That's why he fights the way he does. But Conor McGregor is also faster, stronger, way stronger, and bigger than Floyd Mayweather.
I get that.
Plus,
No
Conor
way,
McGregor is going to force Floyd Mayweather to attack him, and that's not Floyd Mayweather's game. And even if he doesn't, Conor just punches too hard.
Again, he would have to.
He will.
Just said he's faster than Mayweather. Mayweather floats like a butterfly. He doesn't sting like a bee.
I hear that. But I'll tell y'all this. My actual prediction is that once we get into the 9th round, them late rounds, 9, 10, 11, because I don't think it's going to happen in the 12th. But once we get into them late rounds and Conor McGregor realizes that he can't actually hit this guy because he's actually running.
He's going to kick him in the face.
Right? He's going to hit him with a fucking foot across his face or one one of the backhands. You know them spin backhands that they come back around.
Spinning backhand.
All right, he's gonna hit him with one of the moves. The fight's gonna get called off. Conor McGregor gonna be suspended for a year. All right, but he done made more money than he made in the last 2 years anyway. And when he come back a year from now, it's gonna be to take on Floyd Mayweather in the damn octagon, and this shit gonna cost $200. And we're gonna be doing this podcast same time next year, talking about the McGregor Mayweather 2, once in a lifetime.
Stone Cold Time, Sam Stone Cold Channel.
Hey, y'all remember how Cena versus The Rock was once in a lifetime, but it happened twice?
Yeah, 2 years in a row.
That treatment.
There's a lot of wrestling matches that were once in a lifetime that turned into just getting old.
Yeah. Warrior Hogan.
You mean Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan.
I'll tell you what, brother. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even though you're gonna see it again next year, brother. Buy it anyways, brother.
That was my Ultimate Warrior heave. You know, he heaves before he says it. The power of the warrior nation.
And he doesn't say Hulk Hogan. He says Hulk Hogan. H-O.
K-O.
Hulk Hogan.
Hey, you know what gets me every time? God, if you clock it since the Hall of Fame, Kurt Angle has not said WWE yet. All right? Now, I'm serious. If you watch him on every broadcast, it's always WWE, WWE, WWE Raw Champion, Universal Champion, the WWE, on behalf of the WWE. But I love him though.
$9.90, by the way, for $9.99 per month. WWE Network.
WWE.
New Japan subscription. I'm not gonna lie.
New Japan. Speaking of which, have you seen any of New Japan? Not you, Henny, him.
Yeah, I've seen some of it. All YouTube stuff.
Did you see the G1 climax at all so far?
I guess not, because I'm not sure what that.
Now.
Me and him are gonna talk about this a little bit if you don't mind.
Hell no. Freaking.
Go ahead.
Something. Teach me your New Japan ways.
Okay, so the G1 Climax is a round robin tournament. There's an A block and a B block. Basically, I think I forget how many people. I think there's like I forget how many people are in a block. But basically, it's a round robin tournament. People in the A block face everybody in the A block. So if I were in it, I would have to face, like, let's pretend us three and, like, 2 other people were in it. I would have to face you, and the other 2 guys. And then the person with the best record at the end of it basically goes to the finals. Same thing happens with the B block.
And mind you, currently in this tournament right now is the New Japan champion Okada, Kenny Omega, Tama Tonga, Evil. Well, you might not know Evil and Sonata, but what's the other one? Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi are both in.
Oh my God, Kota Ibushi and Naito put on match of the freaking second half of this year.
I'm not gonna lie, I got all the way up to that match and haven't seen the main event yet.
Oh my God, it was so good. There was this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about a spot real quick. Naito winded up his arm and went for a Destino, and Kota Ibushi got him on his shoulder, ran halfway across the ring, and just straight up threw him straight into the corner of the ring. and Naito screwed up his neck.
That's crazy. I'm definitely watching that match.
Can I tell you about? Can I tell you about the finish of the match?
The who's in Block A and Block B, but keep going. I'll find it.
Can I tell you about the finish of the match?
No spoilers, bro. I'm definitely no spoilers. But what I will say is that in the A block is Tanahashi. Hold on. Yeah, so fellas, my bad.
Hiro Ishii.
Oh yeah. Ishii is the man too. So basically, the way New Japan breaks down, it's honestly a lot like it's a lot like early '90s WWF before they got the E involved. All their cards, every last one of them, they all start off with a series of tag team matches. They could be 4-man tag team matches, 3-man tag team matches, or just straight up tag team matches, right? Now, this works because in New Japan, there are like a bunch of different factions. So you might have heard of Bullet Club. The Bullet Club is their most popular and recognized faction. So, for example, Zack PWC, he's in a heel group that's called Suzuki Gun. Now, these guys are basically the most hardcore people in New Japan. See, Bullet Club gets over in New Japan because they're the only people there doing heel tactics like putting their foots on the ropes and poking guys in the eyes and low blows. But Suzuki, he's because he's the only person there who wrestles in the crowd. So he'll take you all the way out in the crowd, beat you up. The young boys got to move all the fans out of them seats because they're not like going in designated areas that's safe like the WWE. He was beating Kenny Omega up over the chairs in the first 3 rows.
Yeah, like he legit brought Kenny all the way out into the fans, told them to get out of their seats, and then just throw him into the chairs.
And that's Suzuki. He's the leader of Suzuki Gun, and their heel group. There's another heel group that's pretty popular, and the leader of their group is probably the most popular guy in New Japan. His name's Naito.
Los ingobernables de
Their
Japón.
Group, Los Ingobernables, because very much so like Ted DiBiase's $1 Million Corporation. It's an entire group of bad guys, but none of them are doing the same gimmick.
Bear back, guys.
Oh, snap.
And Sonata, and he comes to the ring with a skull mask on. They've got a guy called
I touched the people. I just.
They got a guy named Bushi, who's a Japanese heel ninja, spit some green shit in your face. So they've got a bunch of crews, and of course there's Chaos, which is the only face group that they have. So like I said, the bottom of the card is pretty stacked with you may get to see Cody with 3 other guys from the Bullet Club take on Los Ingobernables de Japón. And even though it's a blow-off match and these guys have nothing really to be fighting against each other for, since they're just such good performers that they pretty much put on a hell of a tag team match. And the way the card stacks is when you get your one-on-one matches, and this is why a lot of people say New Japan's title is the most prestigious belt, is because you can't just get a title shot. In New Japan, there is no, we start the show off with a guy in the ring talking. Nobody gets to cut promos. The only promos you get is if you were in the main event. After the main event, they do a press conference, kind of like football and basketball is out here. But there is no, we get to run our mouths for 10 minutes, and then there's another guy comes out, and then we square up. If you get a title shot, you have to have earned it from winning one of these tournaments, which, as he just explained, are all like round robin, and they're hard as fuck to win because they stack these tournaments with like the best talent that they have. So it's not it's not like a King of the Ring where we gonna put all of our hot shot new guys all in one thing. We could just get Brock Lesnar over like that. But it goes like that. and so they have a bunch of
Booking sounds like. And I
yeah,
already
it's
book.
it's. Yeah. And the other thing that they don't have is they don't have any women. There's no female performers on New Japan's card.
Yeah.
Word up. Which I can't complain about. I be honest with you, I didn't even notice it until like 5 months after watching New Japan. It just kind of became apparent to me that the Tokyo Pimps hoes are the only women at a New Japan show. But the Tokyo Pimps hoes are definitely some hoes that you do not want to miss, and they are not like Godfather's hoes, where he got some random hoes every week, and some of them look like they might be on something. The Tokyo Pimps got this one chick, and I don't even know what her ethnicity is, but she comes out in a Playboy bunny mask, a Bullet Club T-shirt, some really short shorts, and she's fine, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. She's fine. I know we was talking about Halle Berry earlier, bro. She fine, bro.
Probably know Maria Kanellis or Holly Berry.
You're right. Maria was over there. She was huge over there too.
Ash.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody know who Stacey Dash is though.
No. People know Stacey Dash, bro. A lot of people, especially you bring up Clueless.
People our age know her.
I hear what you're saying.
Ryan wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, man. I might be able to take you back a bit. I remember when she was actually a teenager and she did this movie with Richard Pryor called Moving. That was like the first thing I ever seen her in.
Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
That's one of my heroes, man.
Yeah, I'm taking it back a bit, man. Richard Pryor is one of the GOATs, man. You got some good heroes there, bro.
Him and Eddie Murphy are complete goats of comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you another one that doesn't get a lot of
them's in there, but
yeah, I think one of my favorites. I'm gonna be honest with you. I listen to a lot of his stuff, a lot of his live recorded comedy. I listen to George Carlin because he's funny as shit.
And hilarious. He's dirty though.
Yeah, well, I've been listening to Carlin since I was a minor. So I mean, it's you know.
Yeah, you got to have a stone ear to understand his humor.
Hell yeah.
George Carlin. Oh my God. God bless him. He's dead.
Yeah, rest in peace. Speaking of R.I.P., man, yo, it's looking like. Do you follow basketball, bro?
Shoot, I've played college basketball, man. Basketball's my main sport.
Mine. I didn't play in college though.
Alabama football is my main thing, but basketball is too.
Have you heard about Kyrie Irving wanting out of Cleveland?
Going to the Knicks.
Oh, is that what you heard? Going to the Knicks?
Well, he put a couple of names out there. He said the Knicks. He said he would go to the T-Wolves.
Oh my God, bruh. I've been like a Laker fan since Dennis Rodman got there. Okay?
Lake go, dude.
But I'm not gonna you, bruh. If Kyrie goes to Minnesota, man, I might be getting a house in Minnesota, bruh.
Hell yeah. Your Lake show though? I didn't know that, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, but bro, the thing that I like about Minnesota, and it's not even rocket science. I know Andrew Wiggins wants to be Kobe Bryant. That's fact number one. And the other fact is that the year we drafted D'Angelo Russell, I swear to God, is the only year I ever watched college ball. And the one guy I wanted us to get, who I still want us to get at some point, especially since we only ever get centers, is Karl Anthony Towns, bro. I fucking love Anthony Towns, bro.
He's sick.
Yeah.
If you look at his highlights at Kentucky, the year they went 38-0 and blew it, he can hit the mid-range jumper. He can hit the three. You can't go.
I read from his coach, from his high school coach, that his high school coach said that the college coach didn't even know he could hit the three, but he could hit the three with consistency.
He can hit the three, And the scary thing is, Cat can set up the three with a, a drop step, anything.
Yeah, man, I love him, man. And I know we got Brooke Lopez, so I guess we don't need him, but nah, bro, I would take Carl Anthony Towns today. I'm literally not kidding. I would like leave LA if Carl Anthony Towns was like, listen, man, just come on, man. We got Kyrie. The water's fine. I'm out.
Dude,
I'm gonna take all these. I'm gonna forget all about Kobe.
if I was to build a team, if I was to buy a team, I would want Carl Anthony as my center. No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have LeBron there.
Hell yeah.
With a young guy like Wiggins or Ben Simmons. I'm a big fan of Ben Simmons.
No, he's nice.
I think LeBron could mold Ben Simmons into another LeBron.
I'd like to.
Even though I think Ben Simmons, he's almost too unselfish.
I get you. Now, correct me if he's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, he's a Sixer.
Okay.
Which is another team that Kyrie said he wouldn't mind going to.
Okay.
He listed 5 teams. I can't remember. I know the Wolves. I know the Knicks, the Sixers. There was 2 more. But those sounded the most realistic.
I'm about to try to pull it up right now.
Yeah, the Wolves or the Sixers would be the best. The Knicks are going.
Sorry, I had to eat. I'm back.
And we're back.
What are you guys talking about?
Nick, Heat, Timberwolves, Spurs was the other squad.
Oh yeah, the Spurs. Well, Manu's coming back, so for his like 50th year.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
We were talking about NBA, a little bit of college.
Oh.
A lot of Carl Anthony Towns.
Know it. Hey, Double R, do you follow basketball as well?
I don't actually watch it, but I like the Celtics on it because my little brother likes the Celtics.
Ain't nothing wrong with that because I think we both Laker fans.
Big Show.
Well, where is the Big Show?
Big Show.
I don't know why. I don't know why I felt the need to do that. I just did.
Gee, Henny, how about Robert Horry? Remember him?
Oh, that's one of my favorite players.
You know where he's from, right?
No.
Alabama.
There you go. I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. My top 5 favorite, not best, favorite basketball player that I actually watched play, okay, is Jordan, Shaq, Kobe.
Penny.
Well, this ain't in order neither, but it's Jordan, Shaq,
Penny, or McGrady.
and Robert Horry.
Yeah, Horry was Mr. Clutch.
Yeah, you can't teach that.
I'm surprised you didn't say Tracy McGrady or
No.
hell, Iverson's my favorite ever.
No, Iverson's. I'm willing to say Iverson's pound for pound the best ever. I'm willing to say that, but he wasn't. I ain't gonna lie. When he played, I wasn't really like into watching him. All my boys were Iverson fans, so they would all tell me that Kobe ain't shit. He a bitch. He got punched. He can't play Shaq, and they all liked Iverson.
Kobe's GOAT. Kobe's GOAT, but we should get on to
So man,
wrapping up the wrestling thing.
heard up.
Robert Horry, though.
4-3.
Alright, so to finish this up, I want to do a prediction of stars of what you think Dave Meltzer is going to give this show overall.
This show?
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer? I fucking hate that prick. he would go below 0 for sure.
I'm going Dave Meltzer. You mean Battleground, right? Not our 5-star podcast.
Yeah. Obviously, it's 5 stars. My dad's calling me again. Oh my freaking god. I'm just gonna say 3.5 stars. I have to go to my dad. He's calling for me again. What?
First of all, you don't say what when your dad calls you.
Yeah. Going 3.5.
About our podcast, he'll give the pay-per-view. I think it will be pretty good.
Yeah, I think that it'll have its moments. But that's always the case, man. I think a lot of times when they oversell the pay-per-view, it's usually underwhelming. And when they undersell the pay-per-view, it's usually really good. And most of the time, it's SmackDown that has the better pay-per-view that's not being sold very well. And Raw has the oversold pay-per-view that's not great. Like, for example, the last Raw pay-per-view was Brock versus Samoa Joe. And
short match.
I can't remember anything else that was actually, like, I totally didn't watch Braun Strowman's match. No offense to Braun. But by the end of the Samoa Joe match, like, everybody that was watching with me was pissed. Not because Joe lost, but more so that he lost off of 1F5. It happened that fast. Like, really? Like, no.
Yeah, especially as much as they've invested in Joe.
Yeah.
And he's there every damn week. And Brock is there. God, I hate even talking about it because he's getting paid $10 million, but he's there maybe 10 times a year.
The sad part is you're a lot to be. That's like a lot more accurate average than I would have just hypothetically said.
Well, Lesnar does do some house shows.
Yeah, I've seen those. Well, I've seen YouTube footage the few times he does.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, I've got a business degree, so I obviously think I know the best plan for WWE. But I kind of see what they're doing. He's almost like a escape for them. Like, ratings go down, bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
Down, you can't get Lesnar, bring Heyman in.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I also think that handicaps them creatively, and I know who I'm talking about. I know that most of the time, like for example, right? This is just, we're shooting shit.
Oh.
Now, Brock Lesnar is a huge draw. I know that putting Brock Lesnar on the card is going to sell tickets pretty much no matter who he's facing. But the thing for me is that once that he's not there, it's like I can tell that WWE doesn't care that I'm upset that there's no champion on this show. But it's like, I know that when it comes to the WWE and booking, they don't really like book with the best interest of fans in mind. They book with the best interest of Vince maybe in mind, or the best interest of Triple H or the business in mind. But that's not the same thing. And I'm saying that because I know Joe would be a compelling champion, whether he's fighting Brock Lesnar or anybody else.
Yeah, Joe needs to be brought in as the new freaking Lesnar, but there's not going to be another Lesnar.
I agree.
Guy that's done both WWE and UFC. I mean, they tried it with Dan Severn.
I used to love him. Mm-hmm.
Shamrock.
Don't forget, Shamrock was great though, if you ask me. And I'll tell you why I say that. When Shamrock was there, no matter they never, you know what I'm saying? There was a few things that happened no matter what with Shamrock, okay?
Yeah.
He never lost the credibility that he had, no matter who he lost to. And the other thing is, they never had a problem putting guys over Shamrock, even though we know completely that Shamrock would kill Triple H. I'm pretty sure, just to use him as a hypothetical example, not just bashing on Trips or whatever, but no matter who Shamrock lost to, not only did he not look weaker because of it, but it's like, I don't know, man. It was a very unique situation, man, because Brock Lesnar's not in that same situation, bro. Shamrock, they could move him at the top of the card. They didn't need him at the top of the card no more. They had Austin. He didn't have no problem going to the mid card. No problem. I think he even had a damn European championship in there sometime.
Yeah, with Lesnar though, I mean, he really did do UFC and WWE same time. That's why it. And he won the college wrestling thing.
Yeah, which is big, and I know he at least got onto the practice squad in the NFL, and I know that in NFL standards that's not much, but as far as a guy that went from WWE to football, I don't think that's ever happened. I know plenty of guys who failed at football and went to WWE. I don't know nobody else who could have left WWE because they felt like it and got onto a practice squad in the NFL. Like,
yeah.
That's
the Vikings.
Yeah.
And it didn't last, other than all his highlights are preseason. So. But shit, I'd love to see, as much as I hate Roman Reigns, I'd love to see him as a linebacker. Woo.
Especially at this size, because I think when he did play, he was not in the shape he is in today. Word out. I think he had a lot of baby fat on him when he played back in the day, if my memory serves right.
Oh, yeah. Freaking back to basketball real quick. You don't play NBA 2K17, do you?
I play two. The only games that I play, period, are first-person shooters, NBA 2K17, Madden, and WWE 2K17. Every year. I don't think.
You got PS4 then?
That's the other thing. I don't have a system. So to answer your question, yes, I do play, but no, I can't play because I ain't got no system. But
yeah, I never played until my buddy he moved in with me months ago. He introduced me to the PS4. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, it's fun, man. It's fun as hell.
Yeah, 2K is great. And Karl Anthony Towns, his rating sucks.
Oh, get him. Do franchise mode and put Towns and Porzingis on your team. And you tell me 3 years from then you ain't got a championship.
Yep.
I never do, man. I used the Timberwolves. That's why I'm advocating for them for so hard right now. Because I scouted these guys, bro. And when I tell you that about college, literally that 1 year of March Madness is the only year I've ever watched a tournament. I got to watch like 12, 15 teams or whatever. And it's a great tournament. And but the two things that caught my eye in that tournament was that I knew Duke was the best team, but I knew that the Kentucky had the most talent. But I've always known that better teams beat more talent every time. It don't matter, especially when the teams that are better at defense and they have better chemistry. Like they all know their role. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that 38-0 Kentucky team. It was a bunch of big shots, a bunch of big hits.
Yeah.
It was who won. They were battling over who's going to be the biggest star, not, hey, let's be a team and win a championship.
Yeah, which is when you
Same
know, I
John
don't.
Wall. That's how it was.
That's what I'm saying because I know Anthony Davis went there and Boogie went there or whatever, and I'll say two things. I think that it's messed up that players have to do a year in college, mandatory, or a year away from high school. You know what I'm saying? That little BS rule. I think that rule's messed up.
No,
And
it's not messed up because think about all the people that, all the young kids that tried to join the NBA when that was quote unquote legal.
yeah,
It ruined their lives. Instead of going to school and getting a backup plan and getting a degree, they just went for it.
and you know something, mom just said, agreed with what you just said. She said the same thing you said right before you said it or whatever. And I understand that point. But the thing about it, but don't get me wrong, I got a problem with more than just that, the way college is set up. Like I don't think that players in college should not be able to monetize on their success when their schools are monetizing on their success. That's the first thing. And I feel like if these players could earn money as players in college, then I wouldn't have a problem with it being that they have to play in college. But part of the problem is that the NBA doesn't really look for players outside of this college farming system. So that's why I think it's a little bit biased. And the other thing is that while they're in college, I know those players can't make no money. And I'm all about making some money. If I get out of high school and I'm the best carpenter in the world because my dad was a carpenter and I apprenticed under him since I was 12, I don't want somebody to tell me
the money!
straight up. I don't want somebody to tell me that I can't
Oh,
become a
cheddar, baby.
for another year. What'd you say?
Show me the cheddar.
Yeah, yeah. And Ma, I know you said that's a trade, carpentry is a trade, but by the same nature, basketball is probably the most like sports are a trade because the same way you can like you can't even go to high school and become a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to give you mechanic skills. But you can't go in the NBA without going to high school.
You can't go in the NBA without going to college.
Yeah,
And
that's
here's
true.
why. And here's why. Just listen to me. You need to be on your own for at least 6 months.
I agree with you.
You can't go out of mama's house with LeBron's skills.
And LeBron's money too.
You're
Yeah, because LeBron went there.
failure.
LeBron went from high school, man, with the 300 and something million Nike deal.
That's 1 in a million.
Yeah, you're right.
1 in a million.
You're right.
You need at least that 6 months to 1 year of living on your own and learning what the value of a freaking dollar is before you can start getting money.
And that's I'm glad you brought that up because that's something else that I do think the NBA should provide for young players. I think like your first 3 years in the league, you should have to go to like mandatory. I know it's like different stuff. Like I'm talking about financial stability because I know that a lot of these players they don't have financial responsibility to be financially stable. You know what I'm saying? So whether they're made to stay in college or not, I think that the NBA should still facilitate something to teach.
Yeah, at least kind of counseling.
Yeah, yeah, and more than just that, um,
Welcome back.
Sorry,
for it.
my parents
If
keep
players go from an environment they can't do X, Y, and Z. You got curfew.
Yep.
my parents keep calling me out because they want to talk to me about because I have a job interview tomorrow. So
Good luck, man.
thanks.
Just dress sharp and be yourself is the only advice I can give you. But that's the best advice you're going to get. Look sharp, be yourself.
Oh, he left for some reason.
Lost Mr. Hemi.
So what'd you guys talk about while I was gone?
more basketball, rap, and a little bit of wrestling. maybe you'll be able to edit this to where it can be a decent podcast. But we were
What?
we were talking about basketball and
Oh, yeah.
shit like that. Just bullshit. BSing. Well, yeah, man, that's awesome. You got an interview.
I just hope I get it, because I do not feel like working at the place I work at anymore.
Yeah, if I mean, this is coming from somebody that's had 7 or 8 jobs. You gotta find one you're passionate about. You gotta find one that you go to work and you're like, okay, I'm going to work, not to work. You know, you gotta find something you go to work and you're happy about it.
So what do you want to close this podcast with, my dude?
Good question. I wish he was still on here. I'm not sure what
Oh,
happened.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look at the last podcast, see if there's any comments, and then I'm gonna look at the hashtag and see if there's any specific things that I see that we can reply to anyway. Let me go to the first one. From Charlie Velez, he says, I liked, good job, with a thumbs up emoji. Thank you very much, we appreciate it. You said, can't wait to do another on it.
That's something else.
And then you also said, good job on the second one. Let me check the hashtag real quick, see if there's any other stuff that got brought up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you know how to edit it, but if you can edit it, there were so many. We kind of got off track a few times. Can you edit that out?
I can, but I'm honestly probably just gonna keep it.
Word. And we can comment, you know, listen to here through here, here through here. Work in progress.
From Not DJ Khaled, he says, check out the hashtag 5 Star Society Lightest Podcast. Thank you, Not DJ Khaled. That's much appreciated, man. From G State 365, he said, hashtag 5 Star Society comes through with one hell of a podcast covering hashtag WWE Raw and SmackDown in the New Japan G1 special. Thank you, dude. That actually means a lot. We're gonna keep spewing out a few more as long as you guys keep liking them, and by the looks of it, you guys are. And Spade McAllister says, I know the future of sports entertainment is right in front of you. Hashtag 5 Star Society.
Damn right.
And yeah, that's about it. We're getting some pretty good responses.
Yeah, a few good ones. Just, you know, it's just not as organized as it could be, and that's all of our fault.
Honestly, if
We all have crap we gotta do. You know what I mean?
honestly, if it was much more of a point that we all lived in a similar place, and if we all
I'm in Alabama. Jay Henney, I think he's Ohio, no, somewhere up there.
if we all lived in the same place and we all could meet up, this would be a lot better because I watch a lot of Steven Larson, the Going in Raw podcast, and they're my favorite. I listen to them like while I'm at work every day, and they're really
Yeah.
good. I enjoy their product that they make a lot. And to be quite honest, we just can't have that high of production value because one, we don't have the money for it, and two, we just aren't in the same place.
Well, don't air this part of what I'm saying right now, but I do have money. I mean, but we're just figuring crap out now and, you know, messing around with it, getting to know each other. I think that's a good start. I mean, who knows?
So yeah, if you guys would like to join an episode of the podcast and ask us a few questions, kind of have a chat with us, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'll choose somebody if they want to. If you really don't want to, just go ahead and comment on a question. Use the hashtag 5-Star Society with the digit 5, not the word 5. I'll put me, his, and Henny's Twitter down in the description so you can go follow us all, see what we're doing. I'm starting a new workout and a new diet soon. Or I already started my workout, but I'm starting my diet soon after I get back from my vacation because I am not starting my diet while I'm on vacation. Because I sent in... Say again?
Peanut butter sandwiches.
I sent in an application to the WWE Performance Center, so hopefully within the next few months I'll get a call back. Honestly, probably not going to happen because I'm short as hell. But you never know, they have the Cruiserweight division now, so they could use somebody like really small. But you never know.
Yeah, and they're also not looking for just wrestlers, they're looking for personalities.
Yeah. And I do have collegiate, or not collegiate level, but I have folk style wrestling experience. Like I have my silver medal and my bronze medal up there. I have my singlet right there. A whole bunch of pictures of me pinning kids. I actually have my wrestling shoes right here. See?
Nice. There you go.
And yeah.
I played basketball in high school, a little bit in college.
One second.
High school. Whoop. Keep talking. Same with high school basketball as it was college basketball. Us and the wrestlers could go back and...
I am that one right there with the maroon jacket on.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen.
See?
Kurt Angle.
I won a silver medal with a broken frickin' toe.
Damn right. It's true. It's damn true.
No, you can't say damn true because that's copywritten.
Oh, fuck him. I got lawyers in my family. I can deal with Kurt Angle.
Alright.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna sign off. I got a thing at local comedy club I gotta go to. But I'm serious. Just keep in touch, man. Let's do it again next week.
Alright.
We'll just I'll talk about that off here. Peace out.
Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you watched it all the way through. If not, that's fine. We appreciate you joining us anyways. And we will see you guys next time we record one. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. We'll probably make a Battleground reaction kind of thing. But yeah, all around, pretty great show so far. Pretty great conversations. Pretty good reactions from you guys. Please comment down below if you'd like for us to talk about something in specific. If not, ask us some questions. Use the hashtag 5-Star Society. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we will see you guys in the next one. We appreciate you guys very much. Thank you so much for listening. Goodbye.
Lost under the surface. Don't know what you're expecting of me, but under the pressure